Welcome. Biography of Tom Hanks. Thomas Jeffrey Hanks is an American actor and filmmaker. Hanks is known for his comedic and dramatic roles in such films as Splash, Bachelor Party, Big, Turner and Hooch, A League of Their Own, Sleepless in Seattle, Philadelphia, Forrest Gump, Apollo 13, You've Got Mail, The Green Mile, Castaway, Road to Perdition, Cloud Atlas, Captain Phillips, Saving Mr. Banks, Sully, and A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. He has also starred in the Robert Langdon films, and he voices Sheriff Woody in the Toy Story film series. He is one of the most popular and recognizable film stars worldwide, and is widely regarded as an American cultural icon. Hanks has collaborated with film director Steven Spielberg on 5 films to date: Saving Private Ryan, Catch Me If You Can, The Terminal, Bridge of Spies, and The Post, as well as the 2001 miniseries Band of Brothers, which launched Hanks as a successful director, producer, and screenwriter. In 2010, Spielberg and Hanks were executive producers on the HBO miniseries The Pacific. Hanks' films have grossed more than $4.9 billion at US and Canadian box offices and more than $9.96 billion worldwide, making him the 5th highest-grossing actor in North America. His awards include a Golden Globe Award and an Academy Award for his role in Philadelphia, as well as a Golden Globe Award, an Academy Award, a Screen Actors Guild Award, and a People's Choice Award for Forrest Gump. Hanks and Spencer Tracy are the only 2 actors to win the Academy Award for Best Actor in consecutive years. In 2004, he received the Stanley Kubrick Britannia Award for Excellence in Film from the British Academy of Film and Television Arts. In 2014, he received a Kennedy Center honor, and in 2016, he received a Presidential Medal of Freedom from President Barack Obama, as well as the French Legion of Honor. Early life. Thomas Jeffrey Hanks was born in Concord, California, on July 9, 1956, to hospital worker Janet Marilyn and itinerant cook Amos Mefford Hanks. His mother was of Portuguese descent, while his father had English ancestry. His parents divorced in 1960. Their 3 oldest children, Sandra, Larry, and Tom, went with their father, while the youngest, Jim, remained with their mother in Red Bluff, California. In his childhood, Hanks' family moved often. By the age of 10, he had lived in 10 different houses. While Hanks' family religious history was Catholic and Mormon, he has characterized his teenage self as being a Bible-toting evangelical for several years. In school, he was unpopular with students and teachers alike, later telling Rolling Stone magazine, "I was a geek, a spaz. I was horribly, painfully, terribly shy. At the same time, I was the guy who'd yell out funny captions during film strips. But I didn't get into trouble. I was always a real good kid and pretty responsible." In 1965, his father married Frances Wong, a San Francisco native of Chinese descent. Frances had 3 children, 2 of whom lived with Hanks during his high school years. Hanks acted in school plays, including South Pacific, while attending Skyline High School in Oakland, California. Hanks studied theater at Chabot College in Hayward, California, and transferred to California State University, Sacramento after 2 years. During a 2001 interview with Bob Costas, Hanks was asked whether he would rather have an Oscar or a Heisman Trophy. He replied he would rather win a Heisman by playing halfback for the California Golden Bears. He told New York Magazine in 1986, "Acting classes looked like the best place for a guy who liked to make a lot of noise and be rather flamboyant. I spent a lot of time going to plays. I wouldn't take dates with me. I'd just drive to a theater, buy myself a ticket, sit in the seat and read the program, and then get into the play completely. I spent a lot of time like that, seeing Brecht, Tennessee Williams, Ibsen, and all that. During his years studying theater, Hanks met Vincent Dowling, head of the Great Lakes Theater Festival in Cleveland, Ohio. At Dowling's suggestion, Hanks became an intern at the festival. His internship stretched into a 3-year experience that covered most aspects of theater production, including lighting, set design, and stage management, prompting Hanks to drop out of college. During the same time, Hanks won the Cleveland Critics Circle Award for Best Actor for his 1978 performance as Proteus in Shakespeare's The Two Gentlemen of Verona, one of the few times he played a villain. In 2010, Time magazine named Hanks one of the top 10 college dropouts. Personal life: Hanks was married to American actress Samantha Lewis in 1978. They had one son, actor Colin Hanks, and one daughter, Elizabeth Hanks. Hanks and Samantha Lewis divorced in 1987. In 1981, Hanks met actress Rita Wilson on the set of TV comedy Bosom Buddies. They were reunited in 1985 on the set of Volunteers. Wilson is of Greek and Bulgarian descent, and a member of the Greek Orthodox Church. Before marrying her, Hanks converted to her faith. Hanks and Wilson married in 1988 and have 2 sons. The oldest, Chester Marlon Chet Hanks, had a minor role as a student in Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull and released a rap song in 2011. Their youngest, Truman Theodore, was born in 1995. Hanks lives with his family in Los Angeles, California, and Ketchum, Idaho. Hanks actively attends church. He said, "I must say that when I go to church, and I do go to church, I ponder the mystery. I meditate on the why of why people are as they are and why bad things happen to good people, and why good things happen to bad people. The mystery is what I think is, almost, the grand unifying theory of all mankind." On October 7, 2013, on The Late Show with David Letterman, Hanks announced that he has type 2 diabetes. In November 2019, shortly before the release of A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, a drama film in which Hanks portrays Fred Rogers, Hanks learned through Ancestry.com that he and Rogers were 6th cousins, both descendants of Johannes Meffert, who was born in Scharnach, Hesse, and immigrated to the United States in the 18th century, settling in Kentucky and changing his last name to Meffert. On December 27, 2019, the president of Greece, Prokopis Pavlopoulos, signed official papers marking the honorary naturalization of Tom Hanks, therefore making him a Greek citizen. Hanks practices transcendental meditation and participates in a charity dinner for veterans victims of post-traumatic stress disorder organized by the David Lynch Foundation with Mary Louise Parker. He says, "I crumbled between 3 o'clock in the afternoon and 7. I mean, I was no good for anything. I couldn't read, I couldn't talk on the phone, I couldn't do any work. It was really an unproductive 4 hours. And now, with meditation, it is the most productive hours of my day." On March 12, 2020, Hanks announced that he and his wife had tested positive for COVID-19 while shooting Elvis in Queensland, Australia. They were admitted to the Gold Coast University Hospital for care. Hanks was playing the role of Colonel Tom Parker in the film directed by Baz Luhrmann. Australian health authorities stated that Hanks and Wilson, along with all 5 other coronavirus cases confirmed that day, had contracted the illness outside Australia and traveled to Queensland with the virus. Thank you for watching this video. Goodbye.